next speaker has the distinct pleasure of being the tallest extreme Toastmaster. And with his speech this evening, what's the title? Used Car Salesman. Your speaker, myself, Chris Dorn. Picture in your mind what you think a good salesperson is. The guy who gets all the sales. The guy who ropes you into getting that sweet new sports car you didn't really want. Or the guy maybe at the electronics store that talked you into stepping up 2 models on that stereo for your car, or whatever you were in there to purchase. Picture the salesman. Picture what he looks like. Maybe his demeanor. Is he aggressive? Is he in your face? Is he pressuring you a little? Think of his words. Think, Marilyn. Marilyn. What's it going to take to get you into this Corvette today? Huh? How do we get you the keys and get you to drive out of here today in that Corvette? Picture that guy. Is that what you picture, the sleazy used car salesman, when you picture a sales professional? Well, if you're thinking of a good sales professional, you've got it dead wrong. But we'll get back to why you're wrong later. You may be thinking to yourself, oh God, Chris is a sales guy, he's going to talk to me about sales. This is boring. I'm already mentally checked out. I don't care at all. This actually pertains, I'm pretty sure, to everyone in this room. Sales has changed. It's not the profession it used to be. 100 years ago, jobs where you walked into the factory, punched your time clock, you stood there, you pulled a lever all day. Pull a lever, pull a lever, brrr. There's lunch, you go have lunch, come back, pull a lever, pull a lever, pull a lever. That was your whole day. Jobs didn't involve thinking. They didn't involve autonomous activity. You just did the same thing over and over. You didn't have the choice to do your job how you wanted. Author Daniel Pink says that now over 99% of professions and jobs in America involve sales in one form or other. If you take sales down to its basic rudimentary definition, which is getting someone to trade something they have of value, time or money, for something of value, time or money. And if you take sales down to that, well then all of us are in sales in some shape or form. Whether it's not at work, could be in line at the grocery store, or whether you're negotiating for a deal on your pizza. Anything you're trying to trade value for value. So back to why you were wrong about the used car salesman being the salesman of today. It's not what successful sales professionals act like, look like, or sound like anymore. These days, let's take a step back. Sales professionals, like the used car salesman of say the 50s and the 40s and the 60s, they used to have all the knowledge. And his job was to screw you into paying the most he could for something. You didn't know how much a car cost from the factory. You didn't know how much a VCR cost from the office. His job was to sell you that, sell you on the value of it, and get you to pay out of your rear for it. Well, those days are gone. When you walk into the car dealership, you can go on the internet and find out exactly what they paid for it, what the average customer is paying for it, what the average person in your state is paying for it, how much it costs, period. So salespeople are no longer the sleazebag trying to get you to do something you don't want to do. There's a completely different model for what makes a successful salesperson these days. And to help you in all of your lives and your 99% of your jobs, where you're doing some form of selling, I'll give you some tips that can make you like the most successful of all salespeople today. One, to be a good salesperson, you need to be a clear, concise communicator. You need to get directly to the point, or let your point be easily understood while meandering there, but the point has to be easily understood. You have to be able to communicate concisely and quickly, and you also have to follow up. If you're trying to make a sale today in today's economy, you have to be there with the initial contact, the follow-up contact, all of the information quickly, clearly, and concisely. To be a successful salesperson these days, you also have to have what they consider a gritty, positive personality, which is a unique description in my opinion. But you have to be positive. You can't think that any no means no forever. You have to keep bouncing back and thinking things are going to be all right, and then you're going to get that sale, or you're going to get your coworker to move his desk the way you want, or if you're a professor, you're going to get those kids to pay attention, and your message is worth teaching. You have to be gritty and positive. Gritty in that you don't give up, keep going back for more until you do it right, and positive that your efforts are going to pay off and you're going to eventually do it right. And now, most importantly, you need to be an asset. Because what today's purchaser is looking for is not the price on something or information about its values to them in terms of how loud that speaker is or what it does. What they're looking for is how you can help them, period. You can help them figure out which product's the best for them, which one will fit best in their home, or if they just need an asset, isn't someone to talk to, someone to be there for, someone to walk through it with. Hopefully by communicating clearly, being a little gritty positive, and being an asset to whomever you're trying to persuade, I've helped you get rid of that, let's get you into this Corvette today mentality, away from that into a professional that's here to help you out. Thank you very much.